Hey girls, it's Wednesday. Our topic today is kind of an embarrassing one for me because it's jobs that you've had, and I don't know yet what my take will be because when you're raised in a certain environment, you're just kind of used to that environment, and then when you see other, this will make sense in like 2 seconds, I swear. And when you see like other environments, at first they seem weird to you, and then you don't really know which one to agree with. So I was raised in an environment in which my parents didn't believe in the idea of kids having jobs, not in like a pretentious like children should not work kind of way, just in a my parents always raised us to say that being a student was our job, and that if we were um, if we were good enough at that job, then we didn't need another one, and that at least in from their perspective, having another job, like a physical job, like working somewhere in like real work terms, would take away from our schooling. Um, and so they always place that above it. So I was just kind of raised in that environment, and my town is kind of an obnoxiously affluent town. So most kids don't work, and but there are a few kids who do work, and I happen to fall into that crowd of friends who happen to be from kind of a different socioeconomic sector than the majority of my town is, and so they all worked and um, all kind of found it obnoxious that I didn't work, and I never got like preachy about like how my parents raised me, and at least for the entirety of my until I hit probably about my junior senior year, um, I never questioned the fact that I wasn't supposed to have a job. By junior senior year, especially senior year once I got into college, I felt a little bit guilty about not working because I understood how expensive college was, um, and the fact that my parents are paying for my entire college tuition. Like I understand how lucky I am and how like obnoxious that must seem to some people. And I started to feel really, really guilty about it. And my friends made me feel really guilty about it too. Cause like my friends had jobs and stuff and used their own money to pay for food. Whereas my parents just kind of gave me like a debit card. And as long as I was a good kid, I could buy whatever I wanted. Not in like a frivolous, like I bought a pony mommy way, but just in a like, I went shopping every weekend. I never questioned how expensive things were that I was buying. And I'm understanding now more that I'm off at college, and I don't have my parents around all the time, that that's a lifestyle that a lot of people don't get to experience. And I didn't realize how privileged I was. Um, and so now I'm in college, and my parents still don't want me to have a job, because they think college is even more important than high school was. So they really don't want me to have a job, but they want me during the summers to work. So I've been looking into things, but even during the summers, they don't necessarily want me to have jobs that pay money. They want me to do internship opportunities to help me find ways into a more real world job. I'm going over the time limit. I'm sorry. Um, because I want to be an editor of YA novels or a lawyer. I don't know which. Well, I know which, but I don't know which one's actually going to work out. Um, I definitely need experience in the fields. So I need to like during in school. I've been doing work with. Been doing legal research for a professor. Um, but this summer I want to do some sort of editing internship. So I'm looking into that kind of stuff. But I just, I definitely feel guilty about the fact that I have no work experience. I mean, I babysat occasionally, but I don't have any real world work experience. But I just kind of was raised in a household in which I did tons of after school activities. Like I danced for 13 years. I oil painted for like 5 years. I skied every winter, all winter long. I played tennis competitively. I what else did I do? I promise I did other stuff. I did like I played drums for 10 years. Um, I just did so many things, and work never was one of them, I guess. And I really do like feel bad about that fact, and I understand that like it's kind of an obnoxious perspective. Like, look at Sarah. Sarah's going to college. Her parents are paying for it. She doesn't have to worry about anything. Na 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 na. And I totally understand how like terrible that looks. And I like part of me wishes that that wasn't the case. Part of me wishes that I had to earn something. But another part of me, like, I get where my parents are coming from because, like, my dad came from the projects in New York City, and so he literally came from welfare. My mom, as well, both of her parents were teachers in New York City and made very, very little money. And they both just came from really, really low income or no income families. And so I understand where their perspective comes from, that they don't want me to have to work until it's my profession. But I also understand other people's concept that work really does help people grow as into adults and gives you real world experience. So I don't know how I feel this summer. If I get an internship, if it's paid, then I will have a real job, and then I can comment on this vlog, make an annotation, and be like, haha, just kidding. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the obnoxious. This will be the video of the week of the person who is just. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But I've never had a job. Yeah. Fiona, I'll see you tomorrow, and I love you all. I hope you all love me. Bye.